it's not right at the beginning or at the end, it's tough to chop out of the middle. Let me put a little Loctite on this. So today's Thursday. Tomorrow I got a private class to do. Now this one, we're going to go the opposite direction for two reasons. One is it goes in the opposite direction, so if there's anything that may loosen up one way, it may not loosen up the other. And the other reason is I didn't want anything heavy sticking out that's going to get in the way of the cable. A little more red Loctite. If I gotta cut it off, I don't mind. Let me put a little bit more on there. There we go. Alright, so that's done. Let me put this back so I don't ruin it or drop it and knock it all over the place like I would normally do. Alright, so we'll get this done. I think this is still recording. I haven't got it. Well, I should plug it in. That's what I should do. Yes. You think that would be a good idea? I do. Come on, be nice. The cables. I thought I hung them up right here. There we go. You think I would take a ratchet? You think it would be easier? I tell you, it's cloudy looking out there. It's kind of miserable looking. They are talking rain because it's definitely too warm for anything else. If the sun was out, this would be a great day. Come on, where am I? There, okay. Okay, so that's on there to give me an idea what's going on. See, now I can take this from either this way and use this for something else, or I can use this way and not have a problem with it either way I go. Now the next thing is I want to put a set of quick disconnects on this so I don't need to keep all this on here. I can just unplug it. And I don't want to have to unscrew it each time I do it. Let me get these screws. Speaking of screws, so I went and got a cortisone shot in the shoulder yesterday. My bride went with me. Guys, I got to tell you, don't bring your wife to the doctor with you. Oh. It is a pain in the ass. He's telling me, or asking me, you know, because he's trying to figure out what's wrong. You know, I mean, because it could be a few things. It could be a shoulder, it could be a heart, you know. Well, if you've been doing anything out of the ordinary, any lifting, straining, no. Well, he says, oh, sure, no. Lifting, 100-pound tree stumps so you can split them. I go, Doc, I do that all the time. I said, I've done nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, no, what about driving the post in the ground the other day? I said, oh, this was happening before that, dear. Right? They just don't understand, So I told them, I said, listen, I split logs, I split wood every year. We've been doing it right along. Yes, I know I'm getting older, but this is not from that. This is just something. It happened to me about 30 years ago. They gave me a cortisone shot and I was fine. He goes, well, it sounds like a little calcium buildup. You can work it out. Cortisone helps, and we'll see what happens. And if it still bothers you, we can, break it up a little bit. It's not a big surgery. They go in with a little needle and they just break it up and rinse it out. And I said, fine, Doc. I said, listen, why don't we just do the cortisone to see, if that's going to take care of it, and if not, we'll take it from there. Because that sounds like a plan. So, all right. So we're all set with that. Now, what I want to do is find those two cords so I can plug these cameras in. So hold on a minute, because that's going to drive me nuts. I'm a little short here. And I know I bought them. I'm going to move you guys over to here. Oh, hey, there you go. A new view. Now let's plug it in. I mean, now that we got a 64 on the card and we're charged up into the battery system here, whoa, we got you now. We can give you hours. Of video. So, meanwhile, I got to find out where those cables are, because I bought two for here, and two different ends. The new end and the old end. And then I bought two new ones for in there just to have them for both benches. I bought two for the van, one of each. Come on, get off there. And I bought two for the house and two more for the wife. So I had enough of them. And now I'm short. So somewhere along the line, what I had done was I've taken it down and forgot where I put it. Because I must have been doing something at the time, and I said, well, let me take it down for now to get it out of the way, and that's where I'm at. So, all right, what I'm going to do here is disconnect this. I want to get out there and get the welding done, but I want to get this started here while I'm in here. And then this way too, I don't want to have the welder and everything out there and the wife call me and say, I need you for something over here at the shop, or at the store rather, and next thing you know, I got to leave and I got to worry about the welder and everything being outside and rain. And so, I mean, not that it's raining, but we are talking about rain. Okay, so that takes care of that. So let's put those right there for now. I am going to cut these off here. See, this is where the other side of the shop is set up and this one's not. But it won't take long. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm going to cut these off. If I need them, there's nothing special about them. I have more of my own, so I can put them on again if I need to. I'm going to strip these down. Well, first, let me take these off. Those have to go on the other one. And I'm going to strip these down. These are heat shrink with an adhesive in them. So it'll shrink up and tighten up, so it'll help hold everything in place and seal it. So they're going to take the weather conditions and such. They have just ones with the heat shrink, and then they have them with the adhesive. I have the other ones over there as well, but which are fine. It's just that I'd rather use the ones with the adhesive on here to help hold the cable as well. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now I'm not going to heat those up just yet, because what I want to do is, this is a quick disconnect. Now I like to have the other half of this one, but if I don't, that's fine. Oh, here's one right here I can use. No, I can't use that one. Oh yeah, I can. I can use this one. I just gotta cut these off. Is that going to be long enough if I cut them off? No, but it'll be fine for the other side. However, here's another thing you want. If this is going to be hooked up to the van permanently, this side, these, I don't want this one tied into this, because this one, the red, is the open lead. So we don't want it so that if it touches metal, it's going to spark, because it's tied into the battery. This is the one that we want on this side, because if it touches anything, it's not going to short out or spark. So because of that, this one's not going to work, because this one's too short. This is a used one anyway, but I do have tons of new ones here. This one may be a little too short. Let me see. One side can be short. I don't care. I just need it long enough to connect to these two. The other side, though, make sure that it's long enough to connect to these. Yeah, this one will work. And see, this is the side that's going to go on here, because this is the hot one. We don't want the hot side open on the hot side of the vehicle. Make sense, guys? So I'm going to cut this one a little bit longer. I'm going to go about here with it. And this is the same gauge, by the way. You don't want to go light. Stay with the same gauge or a little heavier. This one now I'm going to put on that end. Black to black. Nicey, nicey. Red to red. And the red is the one that's now shielded. So I don't have to worry about it shorting out, because this is going to be hooked up in the truck. And I'm going to tie it right to the battery that's in the rear part of the vehicle, not the driver's battery or the battery that starts and runs the truck. This is going to be on the auxiliary battery. So, okay, now I take my little cigarette lighter torch here, and whoop, what am I, out of fluid? There we go. Now, yeah, I'm probably out of fluid. Now a heat gun usually works best